turning and turning in the water, the falcon cannot hear the falconer. The things fall apart, the center cannot hold. Mere anarchy lost upon the world, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Nia Digital Media. My name is Paul Lengua. Yes, businessman Richard Nii-Armah has actually landed himself in trouble. He's in trouble with Ghana Revenue Authority and also with Financial Intelligence Center. As a result of that, he had 4 of his accounts frozen. What is it that he has done that got this bank accounts frozen? And what is it that he did that Ghana Revenue Authority is actually on his neck? This and many more coming your way. And if you're new to this channel, kindly subscribe and then turn on the notification bell so that whenever I drop new content, you'll be the first to get notified. All right, not quite long. It was all over on the information superhighway, that is social media, that Richard Nii-Armah has actually acquired a private jet and then also another expensive car. Why all these things? The reason that you'll be observing his 40th birthday. This event actually saw a lot of people from far and near, coming together to observe this day, which was held at Independence Square in Accra, and having a lot of musicians coming from Nigeria and some other part of the world. So they actually came together to observe or to celebrate with this businessman. But then what actually triggered this event or this celebration is unknown. But in some parts of the world, people will actually want that the rich, always help the poor. They try to bring up people. But looking at how he actually spends, his money on this event, and also prior to the event, things that he had acquired, in fact, it's actually mind-blowing. All right, so let's watch some of the videos from the birthday that he just observed recently.
Nii-Armah no was cut that most 2 scale goodness why a dime for mommy. Bed no massa to cast me and some and Nipo Bugatti sound private jet more time and I mommy back. Whistle and wow in Baby Amofa video in China can just make a carne back. V8 me and Jiwa gone back. Name man minimum show me video and more functions and more mammy carne back. Oh, dear, all my work from Miss CRV. Because I know you was going to set on your mama and I a day. David Babbe performing uncle phobia dresses are who come co stage some was salmon and yes, yeah, go. Of course, they are can you see? Yes, girl, when so be a huge man watching backing vocalist.
This is the Kojo Junior Stan account, aka AJ.
People find it difficult to understand him. Yes, having a lot of people thinking in circle, what could possibly be the reason for his move to observe a day like this? Yeah, so after that dust had settled, the Ghana Revenue Authority actually picked him up for an investigation. What is it about? Details of the problem he had with the Ghana Revenue Authority is that there is this kind of differences that they've noticed in his file tax and then expected tax that he's supposed to pay. Simply, what is meant by file tax is that he has actually gone to pick a form, to fill whatever businesses that he has and what he's expected to pay. But upon looking at the businesses that he owes and then the things that he does and what is expected to pay doesn't actually match. So they actually realize that, there is this kind of discrepancies, differences in payment. So they decided to review, his file tax. So that is the problem he had with the Ghana Revenue Authority. Right, so after Ghana Revenue Authority had invited him, news had gone rift and it speculated on social media that Mr. Richard, bank account had frozen, and people actually took to social media to talk about it extensively. But then this bank account, were not actually frozen by the Ghana Revenue Authority. But then there is an institution in charge of money laundering in this country, and that has to do with Financial Intelligence Center. And this particular agency is responsible for investigating money laundering issue in this country. So they came in, to actually investigate something not disclosed to the media. And then they asked that 4 of his accounts be frozen. Yes, and it actually revealed in a confidential document. And as it stands now, this particular document is no more confidential because it has been leaked. So about 4 of the accounts, has been captured in that confidential document, and that is the latest development that people need to know. Yes, indeed, it is confirmed that 4 of his accounts, bank accounts, have been frozen by Financial Intelligence Center. So basically, that is it. Now let's look at some of the accounts that actually got frozen. So on the list, we have Bills Microcredit, and then we have Quick Credit and Investments Microcredit, and then we have Richard Nii-Armah, and we have Romeo Richlove Kweku Sishi. So per what actually followed this particular document is written this way, and I read: in accordance with section 56 clause 1 of the Anti-Money Laundering Act 2020, you are hereby directed to immediately freeze all accounts in relation to and in association with the above named subjects pending further directives, and furnish us with the following information. So basically, this is a document that got leaked and is confidential. And this particular document actually details some of the bank accounts that has been frozen by Financial Intelligence Center. So basically, yes, it's confirmed that his bank account, 4 of his bank accounts have been frozen, and is actually making news. So that's the latest development. So in case you aren't abreast with this, that is the latest, happening in the case of the businessman Richard Nii-Armah Kwe. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, there is something that I want us to actually observe. Yes, it's appeared that in African countries, okay, as Africans as we are, people don't really help each other, and they don't also, try to do things to get others out of problem. We are not in any way or in position of helping each other, not at all, because you see rich people do things and then you wonder why they do such things. But then if you talk about it, people feel like, well, he had labored and then he made that kind of wealth for himself. So he has every reason to do what? To spend his money. But in some parts of the world, okay, rich people tend to do a lot of charity work. And this somehow is helpful, because even in the Bible, it stated that a true religion is the one that you give out to the orphans and the watch over the widow. So basically, if rich people would do things, they should rather, channel their energy, okay, towards helping people and making sure that a lot of people actually benefit from their work. So that is it. Look at the money that this man has spent during this period. At least this could help some business-minded, guys to also come up if he should use that money to, at least push them. But that is not it. I quite remember some time ago, one lecturer, I think he stayed in the US and had taught over there. And one time in his engagement with a student, he asked that if they should be given, okay, huge sum of money, what would they use it for? And all of them said they were going to donate the money to charity home. Come to think of it, he came to Ghana here and then he asked students again that if you have this sum of money, what will you use that money for? And do you know what they said? It will baffle you. It will shock you to the marrow. Yes, in response, they were hastened to say that, look, we will buy houses, we will buy cars, and then we will do a whole lot of things. He was just looking at them. This is a typical African. So you see, the mentality of African is entirely different. And it's so shocking. That is why we are still where we are. At least, let's learn to help each other grow so that we can live happily in this world. Yes, well, the dew of the day has kept upon our thoughts, and nature must obey its necessity. This is where we draw the curtains. Until we meet again, kindly subscribe and then turn on the notification bell so that whenever I drop new content, you'll be the first to get notified. My name is Paul Lingua.